Hi guys, welcome back to the channel then. This is another video of me with the bike and not on it, but today I'm going to talk you through me setting up my suspension. Right then, so looking at the rear shock absorber right in front there, then you've got your low speed compression, which is the screw in the middle, and then you've got your high speed compression adjuster, which is the bolt or the nut on the outside. Both of them are adjusted in the same way. It's anti-clockwise or counterclockwise to soften them, and then clockwise to harden the rate of compression on both of them. Your high speed compression then is pretty much, say you land the bike after a jump, the rear wheel suspension compresses quickly, so that's high speed. And then your low speed compression is, say you're riding along, a nice terrain, the suspension's reacting to the ground below you, but you're not doing anything crazy, it's just tracking the ground. So it's like any swells or anything like that, it's just slowly moving the suspension fork or the swing arm up and down. So that's the difference in the both of them. Right then, so what we're going to do first now, then we're going to adjust the low speed compression damping. That's all you need for that is the screwdriver, and then you turn it all the way clockwise until you get to the last click. Once you get to there, then you've got three different settings on this. You've got comfort, standard and sport. And what I basically did was I went from comfort initially because I bought the bike. It hadn't really been set up. It was just bog standard comfort. I've set it from there to sport. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try it on standard. And what you have to do is turn it counterclockwise or anti-clockwise 15 clicks. Basically 13 clicks is for sport, 15 clicks is for standard, and then 17 clicks is for comfort. So I'm going to do that now. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that actually, you feel each click as it goes. So it's a good way of knowing where you are with it. For the high speed compression then, as I mentioned earlier, you need a 17mm socket or spanner. Once you're connected, then you just turn it clockwise as many clicks as it takes to get you back to the point where you can't turn it anymore. That's there now. So similar to your low speed compression, then this has got sport, standard and comfort settings. For this, there's no clicks, so what you have to do is count the amount of turns. So for sport, you've got 1.5 turns, standard is 2 turns, and comfort is 2.5 turns. There's not much in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start down at, say, the 6 o'clock position. And I'm going to do half turns. And for the standard setting, which is what I want on this, I'm going to do 2 turns. So we'll do 4 half turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is that setup. Right then, so we're underneath the suspension now, and this is where you adjust your rebound, which is the rate in which the suspension turns back to normal. You've got your linkage here, and this is your swing arm. So it's the same as what you do with the other settings. Basically, you turn it all the way clockwise, and then you start working back with the amount of clicks. Now, for this to get the clearance, you have to pull the bike down, and then you can start doing your clicks. Then for sport it's 13 clicks, for standard it's 15 clicks, and for comfort it's 70 clicks anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. So we're going to start counting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that basically sets me up for standard, because already it's been set at sport and comfort before. So now I'm trialing standard to see how that feels with me, because it's just been too soft and now it's too hard. So hopefully it's just right. Right, so as you can see then, I didn't really do a lot, to adjust it. It's just a case of winding it back and then counting your clicks according to what the manufacturer's guidelines are. Depending on what kind of rider you are, how heavy you are or how light you are, you may want to take into consideration the spring rate. Now for me, I'm 85 kilograms, and apparently the spring range for that, or the spring rate for that, is between 73 and 85 kilograms. So as you can see, I'm on the limit for that. But when you factor in my rucksack, my boots, my helmet, my body armor, natural clothing and everything else, I'm a couple of kilograms on, you know, on top of that again. But as it goes, because it's not a massive amount over the weight of the spring, I can adjust these and get them, you know, reacting differently for me. If you're like a good 10 kilograms over the weight of the spring limit with normal clothes on, or when you've just got out the shower and you're in the buff, I definitely consider changing that spring, because your bike's going to react differently. Unless you like, you know, a really soft bike, it's up to you obviously. But I've tried this bike now in the softer setting. That resulted in me having a shoulder injury, so I changed that then to the harder setting. That thing it reacts more aggressively now. I thought it would react like my Yamaha did, but it's too aggressive now. You know, it hits something, it hits the smallest bump and it feels like it's going to go up in the air. It's terrible. So the standard setting I've got it at now, I'm hoping will make a difference. But you know, when you're looking at setting your suspension up, factor in the spring, but also you need to sort out your sag settings as well. On the Billy Bolt videos, you keep hearing about him. He's always on about his sag, and that's something you need to do, definitely. You know, that's the way the bike compresses and reacts, and if it's doing too much or too little, you know, you need to just change it to what the manufacturer's guidelines are, and then hopefully that'll be a good setting for you. You can then start playing with suspension settings and then getting it right for you, you know, depending on what your preferences are. But I know different people set up their bikes differently. You just see now I'm doing mine, and this is how, you know, this isn't like you set it up once and it's good to go. It's all trial and error. It's down to the individual. It's how you like your bike setting up. And I'm still learning, so chances are I'm going to be tweaking this when I'm out on the trails next week. But who knows? But I hope it's been informative anyway, do you know what I mean? Just learn from my mistake. Set your bike out before you go out on it if you're getting a brand new bike, so then you don't end up getting injured because of lack of fuel or whatever. But on another note, thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you. We've just broken 600 subscribers. That's another giveaway I got to sort out. And congratulations to Dirt Off-Road with the new grips. I've seen on Instagram you love them, and you've also got your nice yellow briskers that go with it, matey. So yeah, you know, looking forward to like the lockdown going and the summer coming, so you can get out on your bike, and so can everybody else. But thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time where I'm hopefully riding my bike. Take it easy.